And Nikolai, over to you.
So our next company is Remzy. So we have David, Mark, and Lenny coming up. Now they had a third partner, or you still have a third partner, we hope, who is holding down the fort. They are from Miami Beach. So you can imagine what's probably on your mind right now.
Yeah.
So appreciate you making the effort. Now you got four kids here in the hotel room?
We have 3 here in town right now.
Okay. I've got 3 brothers, and if my parents left me in the hotel room in New York City, I can imagine dropping water balloons and all kinds of far worse in Florida. And that was in our 20s.
Sorry.
I don't want to steal your thunder, but if
Sorry,
I read you right, Remzy is looking to solve for off-market properties, right? That is
right.
A big part of what you have here. So really the first one today talking about off-market properties.
Okay.
So remember, folks, after this, what we're going to do is, after we get through everybody here, the judges, there'll be one more after Remzy, and then we have the 3 franchisee contestants. So the judges, while the franchisee contestants are going to be presenting, the judges will be back tallying up their votes to narrow down to the final 3. What we're going to do during the franchisee contestants, we're going to give you a chance to do Q&A because we'll have the judges away. So think through during the presentation what questions you may want to ask. All set?
All set.
Good.
Thank you very much. I wanted to start with a story first. In 1978, my parents were in the market for a new home and couldn't find anything for sale that they wanted. So one day, my father knocked on the door of a house he'd fallen in love with and asked if they'd be interested in selling. And it became the home in which I grew up. I'm the founder of Remzy, and I'm here because of that story, and because not every dream house is in the MLS. Simply put, Remzy connects brokers and agents with off-market homeowners. We believe the real estate industry is being held back by a lack of inventory. Remzy does not bypass the agent, and we do not earn a fee in any way from the sale. In fact, we provide agents with a platform to help strengthen buyer relationships. We think the agent is more important now than ever before. So why do we create Remzy? Because at any given time, only 2% of the U.S. housing market is for sale. Homeowners are holding longer, hesitant to sell. That limited inventory delays the buying process. It frustrates buyers, it overexercises agents, and it slows down the entire real estate economy. We think that those homeowners that are building equity would be more willing to test the market if prompted. Remzy saves agents countless hours in tedious work engaging with those off-market homeowners. Often this can include knocking on doors, cold calling, writing letters, and the tenacity to keep doing it over and over again. The process is so unappealing that agents are leaving 98% of the market on the table. I want to go. So I want to go through how we reach out. We are going to conduct a search of a home that's not for sale, sending an offer, and then I'll show you what the homeowner receives in our communication. So first, we're going to pull up that house that my dad knocked on in 1978. And the property results page brings up a Google Street View and some basic property info. The agent can click Contact Owner and complete a short form. Here, they can choose to send an offer which includes a non-binding dollar amount or an inquiry. They both include a personal message from the agent and all of the agent's contact info. We confirm the details of the offer and check out. And that's it. The agent doesn't have to do anything else. They don't have to look up the name of the homeowner. They don't have to figure out the best address to send the letter to. We email them a copy of the letter and a tracking number. So let me show you what the homeowner receives from us. This FedEx envelope is the gold standard in business when sending a very important document. Everyone opens a FedEx envelope. No one just throws it away. Inside, our team has prepared a professional letter, which includes a letter from Remzy explaining what the service is and the fact that there's a buyer interested in their home. The second letter is from the agent. It includes their personal message and all their contact info. If the homeowner is interested, they can connect with the agent on our platform. Lenny, would you enter this PIN number, please? Sorry. If the homeowner is interested, they can enter a PIN on our site and connect with the agent in real time, or call the agent directly. If you want to arrange a face-to-face meeting at Starbucks or negotiate on our platform, it doesn't matter to us. We just want to connect the parties. A letter from Remzy is really a notice to an asset holder that their asset is of interest to someone with money. At that point, you're the expert. So what does it cost? Remzy is $20 a month per agent. It includes one free FedEx every month, and each additional one is $15. If you don't want to sign up on a monthly basis, you can send one at a time for $20 each. We also have broker-level pricing. We also have broker-level pricing where the price per agent per month can be as low as $5 per month. So, to recap, Remzy gives agents a way to offer more homes to their clients. It instantly expands a market's inventory. Agents can stop cold calling and door knocking because as much as it worked for my dad, it's just not accepted anymore. We have 4 kids. If someone knocks on our door at dinner time, I tell them all to get away from the door. And we live in a good neighborhood. Remzy combines new school tech and practical sales tactics. Our pricing model encourages repeat use and doesn't pose any long-term overhead to budget-conscious agents. We feel we can help brokers grow their business and add value to the agent's role. I'd love to work with all of you. Thank you very much.
Any little thing you want to show? Because you got a little...
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
We got it all out.
Okay, you did
I'll
great.
be outside if anyone wants to check out the site again.
Thanks for that. Mark, go ahead.
In an inventory-constrained world, this is definitely serves a huge need. Is it white labelable?
Yes, it is. We've had internal discussions about whether we want to go that route. Frankly, I think that putting a logo from a real estate brand might make it seem more like something of the past of direct mail. We want to be a third-party intermediary. We make it very clear that we're not earning a fee from the sale. If you want to bring in your own real estate professional, by all means. And I think that buffer can create an advantage. You know, it's not just coming from another real estate agent. It's coming from someone that's trying to just present an offer to you.
Go ahead, Martin.
So, you know, a lot of the people, actually this is part of the question, what do you think the percentage of people that haven't listed but want to sell is? And then the second part of the question is, do you have any analytics that would lead me to think it's worth my $15 to send this card to that particular, you know, like, am I sending it to somebody that definitely doesn't want to sell, or am I sending it to somebody that has, you know, some proclivity to, you know, to entertain an offer like this?
This is buyer-initiated contact. The agent has a conversation with their buyer saying, look, tell me what you like that's on the market, but there might be something else out there. Maybe there's 3 houses on Peachtree Street that they're in love with. Let's reach out. It should be part of an agent's practice to say, hey, look, what else do you love?
And in terms of analytics, no, we're not there to tell the agent what person is most apt to sell. What we want you to do is start the conversation with your buyer. The next version of the platform, we're actually building a targeting tool right now where they'll be able to select an estimated value of the home currently, see what it was sold for previously, and when it was last sold for. So if they want to only look at homes that were sold 10 years before, and create a list to actually share to their buyers later on, and let the buyer go through and pick the 5 or 6 houses they want to reach out to.
Go ahead, Brad.
Great job. Do you have, so love the envelope and kind of the outreach and all that. What's the conversion rate of a transaction actually happening?
Last month we had 40% of the homeowners call the agent back.
Oh, wow. It's pretty high.
Just quick follow-up on that. Out of sample size of how many? 40% out
So
of?
the first 100 that we sent, we were playing with the packaging, we were playing with the letter. We weren't really going as deep a dive into seeing what is the property they're actually looking at. So we started looking to see, like, okay, if there's a 95-year-old woman that's listed as the owner, someone in the office is calling the agent back and say, listen, this is a very elderly person. Maybe there's something else you want to attempt. So I would say that, like, probably in the second 100, we've had a much better response. And the last, 10 or 20, we had about 40% of the people call the agent back.
Got it.
And
Are there certain markets where you think this would be most effective? And
Sure. Right now, we're marketing in Portland, Seattle, and San Francisco. We're getting a lot of word of mouth in Los Angeles. I've had people in Atlanta, Alpharetta, Georgia, places where I didn't know, people would be sending these. They're finding us. So, I see it typically in a low inventory market, but we also have clients that are losing out on bidding wars in condominiums in New York or in Miami, and if they're losing out on 2901 unit, they're sending one to 3001, they're sending one to 2801, and really, last week we had someone send to 7 units in the same building, trying to get some attention.
Mark?
Can non-agents send letters out then too
No.
with your platform?
No, we require a brokerage name and a license ID number.
And the second part of the question is there another pricing structure you offer? Because $15 a letter may cause an agent to just directly mail the owner themselves.
Look, people have been doing direct mail for a long time. A lot of those letters wind up in the trash. I think the response could be, 4 or 5% for direct mail. We think that the FedEx is a competitive advantage. We're not trying to gouge the price of FedExes. I think $15 is almost retail rate to send a FedEx letter. And what we're looking for is to just present the agent in the most professional light possible.
Great job.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll take this. Back to you, Sherry.
Okay, our final presenters of the day, virtual apartment.